So you're trying to level up recoil, and you want to have max recoil control because you want to be like, there be gold up in them hills. And yeah, I know I've been making a lot of Call of Duty esports videos, so let's get back to a little bit of Tarkov here. We're talking about recoil control and how some optimization of how to level it and how to get 50 recoil so you shoot absolute laser beams no matter what gun you use and whatever you want. So I did all the math for you, and if you didn't know, recoil control is a stat in Tarkov that reduces your vertical recoil, and there's a lot of ways to level it, and basically just shooting your gun is all you need to do to level it. But I'm gonna get some hardcore data here, so I'm gonna pull up this handy dandy spreadsheet here, and I tried out a lot of different guns, and I tried out shotguns, I tried out HK, I tried out an MPX, I tried out an AK. I did use the Glock, I just don't have the data on here. And at first I did just a shotgun, and we're talking about skill points you can get in a raid, and I can go through all of that again too if you would like, but I'm probably gonna skip it for this one. But realistically, you get anywhere from 3 to 6 points maximum in a raid to any skill. So we know that you need 4,450 skill points to max out recoil. So it's gonna take you like 1,515 raids, getting 6 points a raid to max out a skill. So you're gonna have to do this a lot. So let's talk about the most effective way to do it. So my handy dandy little chart here, you see I used a shotgun. Doesn't matter what kind of ammo you use, by the way. I want you to know. It doesn't matter what kind of ammo. You can use Eagle Neck, you can use PRS. It doesn't matter. So start out with shotgun here. I fired 30 bullets, I got 3 points. So my fantastic graph. Then I fired 80 bullets and got 4.3 points. So I only have 2 data points, so it's very linear, but yeah. Was extra 50 bullets worth a point? Not really. So then I went on to the HK. And if you follow the graph here, all the data points are aligned. After 10 bullets, you get about a point. After 20, you get about 1.5. 30, you get 2. And about 60, you get 3 points. And then it kind of tapers off a little bit. And after spending about 2 60-round mags, you only get 4.2 points. Kind of aligns with the shotgun. So it's like, okay, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Waste of ammo, anything after 60, basically. But I did it with MPX. MPX, 42, 83, and 133, or 13. You get 2.1, 3.1, and 3.4 points, respectively. So you can see that the line really tapers off. So I want to see exactly how many shots do you need to fire of a given gun in order to get 6 points in a raid. So I did the AK. Here's the AK. So at 10 I got 1, at 30 I got 2.1, and at 60 I got 3.1. And then we have a hard taper off. So then at 95 we get 3.8 points. And at 125, so basically double a 60 rounder, you get 4.1. And then 360 rounders, 4.6. And then 300 and 451 total shots fired is what it takes in an AK to get max recoil in a single raid. 6 points. Then you get hard diminishing returns. And to put that in perspective, it takes you about 2 minutes to fire off 450 rounds. Let's not talk about all the noise you make along with that and all of that stuff. So a lot of rounds, basically everything over 60. My recommendation is build an AK. I could put a picture on the screen of what the AK is that you want to build. Basically AKS, take all of the parts off, grab a 60 rounder, load into the raid, fill it up, fire off all 60 rounds, throw it in a bush somewhere, and repeat. Do that every single raid, and over time, eventually you'll get max recoil. So then I go into some hard stats here of what it would cost you and basically how much money you're gonna have to spend. So assuming you use the AK, and I recommend using the AK because it's the absolute cheapest way to do this, because the ammo is the cheapest and the gun's relatively cheap, and it's pretty easy to get 60 rounders. I think for the gun it costs you about 35k, and with the 60 round mag and the ammo will cost you about anywhere from 22 to 37 rubles for a 60 round mag. So going through all these numbers, if you're just trying to get 3 points a raid and you go through your 1550 raids, it'll take you around 91k bullets, which will cost you about 2.25 to 3.36 million rubles, which actually isn't that bad, all things considering. This is if you have $25 or 25 rubles a bullet, and this is at the Jaeger. This is the cheapest ammo you can buy from a vendor at 37. So for 3 million rubles, that is just ammo though, because the AK would cost you 15k every single time you run it, and I don't know if you want to buy 1515 AKs at 15k. I don't know what that math's gonna tell you, but you can use insurance and or just do what I did with my strength video. And so you do a night reserve, you shoot off 60 bullets, you try to find 1 or 2 items, and then you run to a manhole extract, and then you just reload your AK from there and you repeat. But if you really wanted to big baller this and do it 6 points a raid and do it in the least amount of raids possible, the 760, you see my math here, so 450 bullets a raid, which also will take up a lot of inventory space, it would take you about 342k bullets, which is essentially triple and a half more bullets than it would if you're doing it the most effective way. I would say this is the most effective way, and it'll cost you about 4 times as much at 8.5 million at 25 rubles a round, and at 12.6 million for the Jaeger cost of HP ammo. So that being said, is going to increase your recoil control. This is probably the way I do it, and as you can see in some of my clips down below, that just basically a bare bones AK with 60 rounder. Just put it in your secondary slot and then drop it. And or if you happen to get killed while it's on your body, you know, you might lose the 60 round mag, but someone's probably not taking that gun. So that's probably my deep dive on how to level up recoil control and how long it'll take you, and if you should do it or not. And my suggestion here is to use an AK series and have fun with it, because everyone likes shooting laser beams and one-tapping heads. So that's my deep dive on recoil control. We'll talk about mag drills next time probably, and that's a doozy. But until next time, have a great day.